So today we'll do the question number 1 of ISC 2013, which was on validating an ISBN number. So ISBN number is the number allotted to a book when it is published, right? So an ISBN or an international standard book number is a 10-digit code which uniquely identifies a book. The first 9 digit represents the group, publisher, and the title of the book, and the last digit is used to check whether ISBN is correct or not, right? So now one more thing just for your information, it's not 10 digit any longer, it's now 13 digit. Any ISBN issued after 2007 is 13, but since they are talking about 10 digits, so we'll use this logic what they are saying. So each of the first 9 digits of the code can take a value between 0 and 9, and the last digit, since the total number, the total length is supposed to be 10, so if the last digit is supposed to be 10, then we write a Roman X instead of the 10, so that the length remains the same. Otherwise, the length will become 11, right? If that makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. So this is it. Now to verify an ISBN, calculate 10 times of the first digit plus 9 times the second digit. So what is happening is that first digit is being multiplied by 10 into 0, then the next digit is multiplied by 9 into 2, that means the second digit is multiplied by 9, third digit is multiplied by 8, then 7, then 6, then 5, and so on. And once you get the whole sum, if that sum is completely divisible by 11, the ISBN is valid, otherwise the ISBN is invalid. Clear? So this is what is to be done. We'll have to take out the individual digits, multiply the first digit by 10, the second by 9, then 8, then 7, and then find the sum of all the products, divide it by 18 and see whether you are getting a remainder 0 or not. If the remainder is 0, the ISBN is valid, otherwise the ISBN is invalid. Plus there is one more thing over here is, now if you notice, there's a case for invalid ISBN code also. So notice, if the ISBN itself is invalid, like it is not equal to 10 characters, uses any other character other than the digits or X, then it is invalid. So we have to take care of that also. Is the question clear now?
Yes, sir. So I just wanted to ask that can that X come in between any number, or
No,
it's just
X will come
only 18?
only at the last digit.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, and please note, this is a very interesting point you raised. The test case which are given over here does not check for that possibility, but
Yes.
visiting examiners are instructed to ask to check the check other inputs also other than what is given in the question. So that's a very valid point which you raised. Okay, so let's begin. So what we'll do is, let's move over here. So the first thing is we have to take the input, and the input is going to be a ISBN number, and the message is input code. It is not just input like they normally do. So let's begin. So first we'll prompt the user to enter. So we'll say system.out.print, and we'll say input code. We have prompted the user, then we'll ask the user. Now please understand that though this is a number, but it might contain a character, so we'll take a string instead of an integer. So we'll say string ISBN is equal to in dot next line. So this goes into the ISBN. Now we'll write a proper object oriented program. So we'll create a class ISBN, and then it's not a constant, so should we call it ISBN in small, or should we remain, what do you say? ISBN is actually an acronym, so we let it like this only. And then we'll create a private data member, private string, and we'll call it ISBN. And then we'll have a constructor to initialize the same. So we'll say public ISBN. We'll take the string, we'll call it ISBN, and then we'll store this argument ISBN into this instance variable ISBN. So we'll say this dot ISBN to refer to the instance variable, that is this one, and we'll say that okay, this is equal to ISBN. So this will do the initialization. Any doubt in this case? till this
No,
point?
sir.
No. Okay. So
No.
this is done. Now please note, in order to initialize it, we'll write something like this. We'll say that, okay, ISBN obj ISBN is equal to new ISBN, and then we'll give the ISBN which is provided by the user. Now please note, this itself might be invalid, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So the correct way, in my opinion, is that let's remove this line. We should have a try catch. We'll put this inside a try block, and what we'll do is we'll throw an exception. We'll say catch illegal argument exception E, and we'll throw this exception from the constructor if that is the case, and if it is invalid, we'll display the message which they have given us, and that is where it is, output invalid input. So this is, we'll do over here. So we'll say over here system dot out dot println, and we'll display the message which they gave us. Clear? So basically what we are trying to do now is that we'll validate that ISBN here only. Not validate, basically check whether this is actually a ISBN. Clear?
So, like, there are two types of errors. One
Yes.
is that
One is the input itself is wrong, and other is whether it leaves a non-zero remainder or not.
okay. So, sir, here we are testing just the input is
Yes,
wrong.
yeah, that's why it is inside the try catch.
Yes.
Okay. So now we have to check whether it is valid or not. So how
Sir, but
we'll
for
check?
the sir, but for the input is wrong. We I think we got the wrong error message. It was something else there.
No, it is invalid input. See, I just copied it and
No,
pasted
sir.
it.
It is invalid ISBN code, I guess.
That is when the validation fails. See, when the validation is failing, then they are having the other message. Please
Okay.
understand,
Okay.
we are
So
not
you.
going to find the sum, na, in this case.
Okay. Yes, sir. I got that.
Okay.
Yes.
So now we have to check for the validity. So the first digits the first 9 characters are supposed to be
So numbers and
numbers, and the 10th character may or may not be a number. But the thing is, first thing is that the length should be equal to how much?
10.
10. So that we'll check. And what about the other thing? How to check for that?
So
Let's
the like.
Okay. Let's check the 10 character thing first. So if ISBN dot length is not equal to 10, we'll straight away say throw illegal argument exception, or rather throw new illegal. We have to create an object and then we'll throw it. Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
That is one case. Now the other case is the first 9 we want as numbers. So we'll take a loop, quick loop. We'll say int I is equal to, or don't say I. We are taking position, so position is equal to 0. Position is less than
Length minus
ISBN dot length,
length, sir.
and then we'll say that, okay, position, sorry, spelling mistake, position plus plus. So this will take the loop. We'll take out the character. Which character? The character at the position. So should we take another variable for it? Yes, we should. So we'll say that, okay, or there's no need for it. We'll directly check. We don't have to use it only. We have to use it only once. So we'll say that if ISBN dot char at, we'll take out that character position, and we have to check whether it is a number or not, isn't it? So we'll say character dot is digit, and of course the name is not ch, the name is this. So if it is not, then what we have to do?
So we have to throw the exception.
Yeah, are we missing a
And so we
bracket?
forgot the string. So string name.
Yes,
ISBN.
ISBN dot char at, ISBN dot char at position. So and the bracket 1 2 3 one more bracket. Okay, so if it is not valid, then what is to be done? Again, same exception is to be thrown. Clear?
And so we have to check for make a special case for the last
Yes,
character
exactly.
also.
So if you are reaching this for, one thing is clear, that it has 10 characters, isn't it?
Yes, sir. So
So
we can just do it length minus 1.
yes, length minus 1, or straight away say equal to 9. That will be more readable.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this is more readable. So if it is less than equal to 9, so first 9 characters, if you are reaching this line number 16, our current line, that means that the first 9 characters are okay, and now we have to check for the final character.
Yes.
So, and that final character should be one of the two things. So we'll just take a quick variable name. We'll say last character, and we'll store the last character in it. We'll say ISBN dot char at, and we don't find the length and all. We'll just say take out the character at the 9th position, which is actually the last position. Is that okay with you?
10th. Sir, it should be 10th.
0 to
11.
9 or
No, sir. It should be 9th. Earlier in the above loop, it should be less than 9.
oh yeah, sorry. Right. So now we have taken out the last character, and now we'll check if last character is not equal to small x, or last, but wait a minute, it might be a digit, it might not be a digit, so not directly,
So
isn't it? Only
yes, sir.
it's not necessary that the last character should be x. It should be 0 to 9 or x.
So we can store it as an integer and just compare the ASCII codes.
Exactly. So if it is not equal to x, hold on, last character, or if it is, so what we should write? Come on, tell me. Think over it and then try to reduce it if possible. See, if character dot is digit last character, then it is valid.
Yes, sir.
What else?
Or a character is last character is equals to x.
Or if the last character is equal to x, or the other one, last
Yes.
character is equal to x, or last character is equal to capital X. So if it is this, then it is okay. Otherwise,
Yes,
it is not okay. So what we should do? Should we put it in a bracket and have a not outside?
Yes, sir.
And then there we'll say that, okay, throw illegal argument exception. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now if I save it, and let's try to run it as well. Let's see if it fails or not. So what we'll do is we'll copy the invalid input one. That is one case. Let's run it. And now we'll enter the code, and it says invalid input. So this case is okay. Now let us run it once more, and we'll enter 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then we'll say, here we'll say x, and then we'll say 8, right?
Okay, sir.
So again it is invalid, so this is working. Any other case you can think of? Last position also, let's check that
Yes,
also.
sir, last position.
So now I'll say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, which is valid. So it's ending without any error, so it's working, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the validation part. Now you'll notice that usually students miss this part, right? So this is taken care of. Now what we need to do is we need to find the something, that if sum is divisible by 11 or it is not divisible by 11. So how do you think we should do it?
So we can make a sum function and
Get some
then
function, get some.
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, one more thing, if you notice, this instance variable ISBN can only be modified via this function, right? There's no other way it can be modified. So what we can do is, in this case, we'll make a function public int get remainder, which is supposed to return the remainder. So we'll create an integer instance variable over here. We'll say private int remainder, remainder, and here we are supposed to return that remainder, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I was thinking is, why not trigger this get remainder function from here only? How do you prefer to do it?
So from where, sir?
From the
So
constructor
we'll
only.
need. So we'll need the sum afterwards also. For printing also we need the sum. So
No, so that will
we'll
that we can return from here also, isn't it?
okay.
What will you prefer?
So
You tell me your preference.
so
I
why
think
are you like? So why are you returning the remainder? I don't understand that.
because when we have to print it over here, I'll call that, I'll print it, and then we will use that to display the message. Or you have some other idea in mind?
No, sir. I was thinking that this is the sum, not the remainder.
Okay, this is the sum, not the remainder. Okay, this is also right. And we need to display the sum.
Yes, sir.
So should we call it get sum?
Yes, sir. That's fine.
That will
That's
be
what I
better
was saying.
actually. Okay, so we'll call it sum then. And this will also become sum. Okay. So what I was thinking now, since this has to be done once only, we can find the sum here only. No need to take a separate loop. What do you say?
Yes, sir. We can find the sum there only.
Because we just need to return it later.
Yes, sir.
But what about the last character then? Okay, let's find the sum
So,
here. So the
yes, sir. So it
whole
will be
idea of the
proper.
decision is that it's better to find the sum when we are supposed to find the sum. Okay, so let's
Yes.
come over here, and we can get rid of it from here. Or should we have it? No, no need. We'll just say int sum is equal to 0 over here. Now, one thing we can assume is that if get sum is being called, the thing is valid, isn't it? So we won't check for the validity and all, or do you want to check it again? No, no need.
No,
So now what we'll do is we have to find the sum. So in order to find the sum, again we need a loop. So we'll say for int position is equal to 0, position is less than ISBN dot length, and we'll say that okay, position plus plus. So the loop will go from the beginning to the end.
so we
And
can directly use 10.
I can
So
directly
in
use,
place,
I don't understand. Please repeat what you're saying.
so in place of ISBN dot length, we can just use like 10.
We can, but what's the point? I mean, I believe this is more readable.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now we have to take out the digit, and digit is supposed to be a number. So we'll create one more variable. We'll call it digit. And now we have to read that digit. So what do you suggest we do? We'll say digit is equal to ISBN dot char at position. We have taken out the digit. Now please understand that might be X also. So we'll do that
At the
correction.
end,
So
yes.
we'll say that okay, digit is equal to, and we'll just use a conditional operator to quickly check it. So if digit equals X, or digit equals capital X, the Roman capital or small, if it is one of these cases, what we'll do, we'll return 10, else we'll let the digit remain what it was. Make sense?
So why? So why will digit store X or capital X? Won't it store the ASCII codes? It's an integer, so.
Please understand, I'm writing it in single quote, so this will
Oh,
actually
yes.
automatically get what you call implicitly converted into either 40 or 72.
Okay, sir.
Okay, X is
Yes.
right. Okay, so should we check against 40 or 72? No, this looks better.
Yes, it looks better.
Okay, so if digit is equal to X or digit, is it correct? No, hold on, let me check. If it is X, we'll get a 40, else we'll get a 72. Or should we write 40 or 72 over here? Because we have to say X minus 0 over here in that case. Isn't it? Let's say
So
40. What will you prefer? Come on, tell me. I think this is more readable.
yes, it's readable
Right,
actually.
exactly. So if digit is equal to X or digit is equal to capital X, we'll store 10. Otherwise, we'll let the digit remain. And then we have to find the sum. So we'll say that, okay, sum plus is equal to how much? Digit
Digit into
into,
position.
no, we can't say into position, into 10 minus position. Isn't it?
So
The first digit is to be multiplied by 10. So 10 minus I 0, 10
yes,
minus
sir.
0 is
Yes, sir. 10
10,
was
10
10.
minus 1 is 9. So we can take a separate variable for it, but no point. So we'll
No,
just
sir.
say
No, sir.
position. So this is done, right? And then we have finally got the sum. Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's proceed. So we come down over here. Now we'll check if obj ISBN dot get sum modulus 11 is equal to 0. That's what the logic was. Or should we have a validate function to do it? But as per the language of the question, this becomes more readable, isn't it?
Yes.
And get sum is a method, so that has to be followed by a parenthesis. So there are two messages involved. The first one is this, and we are displaying the sum as well, right? So let's
Yes.
do it. So we'll just take the whole thing. System.out.println, and we'll have to say output sum is equal to, and just to make it look better, output slash t, so that it gets aligned, and then sum is equal to, and we'll say obj isbn dot get sum. So this is the first line, and the second line again, let's copy paste to save some time. No, that will it save some time? Let's see. It will save some time at least. And then what's the message in this case? Let's copy paste
So
that also. Leaves no remainder, valid ISBN. So we copy this, put in double quotes, and let's have a slash t over here so that it aligns nicely. Done.
yes.
And in the second case, what they are doing, okay, the sum is being printed in both the cases. So let's move the printing of sum outside, isn't it? Why to do it twice?
Yes.
So this goes outside, and then we'll just modify the message. So we'll copy it from here, paste it over here, and then leaves a remainder. That was the language. Leaves remainder invalid. So leaves remainder invalid ISBN code. Clear?
So yes, it is clear, but I just wanted to ask that like we are taking out the sum two times for the ISBN code, one while printing and one
Oh
while checking
yes,
the
yes,
condition.
yes. That's a very good point you raised. This is not a good idea, na? Because we are doing it
Yes.
twice. So there are two ways. Either we store it in a variable, then do it, or we populate it through a method and let this just return. Which one is better? I think returning is a better idea.
Yes, sir. We should return it.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just create public void compute sum. We'll call it compute sum. And all this computation business goes over here. This sum is no longer required over here. We'll say private int sum over here. And then once this is done, we'll just trigger compute sum from here automatically. And this function of ours will simply return sum. So now this is a cleaner implementation. Okay, hold on. It is saying, oh, sorry, compute sum. We don't need to return anything from here. Clear? So this is a
Yes,
better
sir.
implementation, definitely a better implementation. So whenever we need get sum, we'll call it and it will just return the value. It's not going to change anyways. So let's run it. We already tested this. Let's check out the first case. Control C. Control Shift V. Press enter. Sum is equal to this. Leaves. Is sum correct?
No, sir. Sir, I think we forgot to change it to 0 again or
Hold on.
something.
Sum is equal to 99. Right. Okay. Let us see. Where can be the mistake? Come on. This can be the only place. What do you think?
Sir, but we are not having any X there. Yes or no X in the input.
So it is giving us a much larger value, right? 10 minus position digit. Okay, let's quickly see what is happening, right? So we'll say system.out.println and we'll print both the things. Both the things means the digit as well as this, so that we can debug it. So if I run it again and I enter the code, oops, sorry, what was the number? This is the number. And we press enter. So 48, see, this is the problem. We have to say -0 over there, right? This is supposed to be -0. Please understand, the code for the 0 is what? 48, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And here also we have to say -0. So my idea of 40 and 72 was better, but that was not readable. So let's do it once more. I think we don't need this line anymore, but I'll comment it first. We'll run it once more. So let's paste it, Control Shift V. Still? Wait. We'll run it. Paste the input. So we want that -0 in all the cases.
Yeah, sir.
Even if it is not, even if it is a normal number.
Yes, sir.
So okay, let's do it. So what we'll do is where we are taking it out, let's do that -0 thing over here. Okay? No need to do it twice. So we'll run it. This time it's going to work. What's your feeling?
So I hope yes,
Yes, it's working now. We can get rid of this debugging line. Let's check out the last case also. The last case means this one. Leaves remainder invalid ISBN code. Okay, any doubts?
So one case I wanted to test with an X in the end.
With the X in the end. You have any valid ISBN number ending with X right now?
Um,
We can Google it.
yes, sir.
Because if I try to search for the book, then it will take time. Hold on. Valid ISBN number ending with X.
So it will be 13 digits now.
It can be 13, it can be 10, it depends on which one we are getting. So I think this will give it. I do have a few books which end with X, but then I have to look for it. Just hold on, let me check. Mm. There it is. But how many digits are there? This is okay, 10 digits.
Yes.
I'll just remove the extra spaces from this. Right? Control
Yes.
C. We'll move this window outside the view, run it once more. But wait a minute, that was actually a question. They are not saying it is valid.
So we could just do one
Oh no,
thing. We
this
could
no
just
this,
take.
this is valid. This is valid. See, they're saying correct, isn't it? Okay, let's check it. Actually, you just want to check it. Okay.
Yes.
Leaves remainder invalid ISBN code. So the thing is working.
Okay, sir.
Okay. That's it for today. Thank you.
Yes.